All right, so are you ready to like unlock the secrets of the universe and make it work for you?
Okay.
I think we all want that.
Yeah.
We're diving deep today into the art of asking the universe, that whole manifesting your desires thing.
Right.
And we've got a guide that claims it can help us become like masters of this whole process.
Oh, wow.
Supposedly less theory, more practice.
Well, that's interesting because, this guide
Yeah.
doesn't just regurgitate the usual think positive stuff.
Right.
It starts with a really kind of intriguing premise.
Okay.
What if the universe isn't just some empty void,
Right.
but a living conscious force?
Whoa.
And what if we're in a constant conversation with it?
So it's not just me yelling into the void,
Right.
hoping pizza will magically appear
Exactly,
when I'm
Rudy.
super hangry.
Exactly.
So there's actually someone on the other end of the line.
That's the idea.
That's a pretty mind-blowing concept.
It is.
But like, if that's true,
Yeah.
how do we make sure our orders are getting through?
That's where the whole asking part comes in.
Okay.
The guide emphasizes that clarity is key.
Mm.
We need to be crystal clear
Yeah.
about what we actually want.
Okay.
Because sending out like fuzzy, wishy-washy signals just leads to confusing results.
Makes sense. If
Yeah.
I'm ordering pizza, I better specify pepperoni
Yeah.
and not just like mumble something about wanting food.
Exactly.
But isn't there a danger of being too specific?
Oh, that's a good point.
Like, what if I miss out on something even better because I was like too fixated on that certain outcome?
That is a great question, and it leads us to another crucial point.
Okay.
The guide emphasizes that it's not about being rigid
Uh-huh.
in our expectations,
Yeah.
but about being open to the universe's wisdom.
Hmm.
It might deliver our desires in ways we never could have imagined.
So less about micromanaging and more about like setting the intention
Yes.
and then trusting the process.
Exactly.
That actually takes some of the pressure off, doesn't
It
it?
does.
Like, I don't have to have every single detail planned out.
Right. It's about surrendering to the bigger picture
Okay.
and having faith that the universe has our best interests at heart.
Mm.
The guide also talked about
Mm-hmm.
cultivating a deep sense of belief and trust.
Mm.
And this is where it gets really interesting
Okay.
because it's not just about believing in the universe.
Right.
It's also about believing in ourselves.
Believing in ourselves.
It's our worthiness to receive.
This is where those pesky limiting beliefs often come in.
Yes, exactly.
That inner voice that tells us we're not good enough
Right.
or deserving of what we want.
Yeah.
The guide has a whole section on affirmations.
Yes.
You know those positive statements we repeat to ourselves
Uh,
to reprogram our subconscious minds?
right.
But to be honest, sometimes affirmations feel a bit cheesy to me.
I know what you mean.
They really work.
I used to think they were a bit woo-woo too,
Yeah.
but I've actually seen how powerful they can be
Really?
when used consistently. It's like planting seeds in your mind.
Okay.
You might not see results immediately,
Right.
but if you keep watering those seeds with positive affirmations,
Mm.
they can eventually blossom into a new reality.
Okay. I'm willing to give it a try.
Right.
What about visualization?
Okay.
The guide talks a lot about creating a vivid mental image
Yes.
of the outcome we want. Does that mean just daydreaming all day?
Visualization is much more than just daydreaming.
Okay.
It's about consciously using our imagination
Mm-hmm.
to create a powerful, energetic blueprint of our desires.
Mm.
The guide points out that our brains
Yeah.
often have a hard time distinguishing
Okay.
between real and imagined experiences.
So when we imagine things, our brains think it's actually happening?
In a way, yes.
Whoa.
So when we engage all our senses in visualization,
Mhm.
really feeling the emotions, seeing the details,
Yeah.
we're essentially telling our subconscious mind that this is already happening.
That's pretty amazing.
It is.
It's like tricking our brains. Right.
Into believing that our dreams are already our reality.
Exactly.
But what about when life gets in the way?
Okay.
Like, how can I visualize my dream vacation when I'm stuck in traffic on the way to work?
That's where the practice of gratitude comes in.
Gratitude.
It's about finding moments of appreciation,
Mm.
even in the midst of chaos,
Okay.
because gratitude acts as a powerful amplifier for abundance.
So even when things are really rough, we can still find things to be grateful for.
Yes.
And that helps.
It shifts our energy
Okay.
from lack to abundance.
Hmm.
And that makes us more magnetic to what we desire.
It's like that saying, what you focus on expands.
Exactly.
The guide suggests keeping a gratitude journal.
Yes.
But does it really matter if I write it down?
I think it does.
Can't I just think about all the things I'm grateful for?
Writing it down has a powerful effect on our brains.
Okay.
It forces us to be more present and intentional with our gratitude,
Okay.
which makes it more potent.
Even just listing a few things each day
Yeah.
can have a huge impact on our overall mindset.
All right, so far we've got clarity,
Right.
belief affirmations, visualization, and gratitude.
Those are the big ones.
What else is in this cosmic toolkit?
This is where it gets really intriguing.
Okay.
The guide says we need to cultivate
Uh-huh.
an abundance mindset.
Abundance mindset.
It's about shifting from a scarcity mentality,
Okay.
the belief that there's not enough to go around,
Yeah.
to an abundance mentality, the belief that the universe is overflowing with possibilities and resources for everyone.
So it's not a pie that everyone's fighting for a slice of, but more like a constantly expanding buffet.
Exactly.
I like that analogy a lot better.
Me too.
And when we embrace this abundance mindset, we release the fear and anxiety that can block manifestation. We start to see opportunities everywhere. And we open ourselves up to receiving the universe's gifts in unlimited ways. Okay, I'm starting to feel a shift in my perspective just thinking about this.
That's great.
But if the universe is so abundant, why do so many people struggle with lack and limitation?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it takes us to the next part of our deep dive.
Yeah, okay.
Because even when we have all these tools in place, the clarity, the belief, the gratitude, the abundance mindset, there's still one crucial piece that can make or break our ability to manifest.
Oh, really?
The art of detachment.
Detachment.
Yes.
But how can we detach from something we desperately want?
Right.
Isn't that giving up?
That's a common misconception. Detachment isn't about giving up on our desires. It's about releasing the need to control how those desires manifest.
So it's not about saying, I don't want this anymore.
Exactly.
It's more about like...
It's about trusting the universe's wisdom.
Okay.
And being open to receiving our blessings in unexpected ways.
So it's about surrendering the how and the when to a higher power.
Exactly.
But how do we actually do that?
Right.
Like, isn't that easier said than done?
That's where mindfulness comes in.
Mindfulness.
By learning to be present in the moment
Okay.
without judgment, we can start to loosen our grip on our expectations.
Okay.
And allow ourselves to flow with the universe's rhythm.
Mindfulness, detachment, abundance. This is a lot to process.
I know, it's a lot.
It sounds like this whole asking the universe thing is more than just wishing upon a star. It's a complete transformation of our mindset and way of being in the world.
You got it.
Okay.
Are you ready to explore further?
Absolutely. I'm starting to understand that asking the universe effectively isn't about manipulating some external force.
Right.
It's about aligning ourselves with its energy and becoming conscious co-creators of our reality.
And that's where the real magic begins.
I like that.
Me too.
The real magic begins. All right, we'll be back for more of this deep dive in just a minute.
So we've talked about setting the stage, getting our minds right for this whole asking the universe thing.
Right.
But I bet you're wondering about the practical side.
Yeah.
Like, what can we actually do to make this manifesting thing work?
You read my mind. I'm ready to, get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
Does the guide have specific techniques we can use?
It does.
Okay.
And it starts with the power of intention.
Intention.
The guide emphasizes that intentions are like seeds we plant. They need fertile ground.
Yeah.
That's our prepared mindset.
Okay.
But they also need to be planted with care.
So it's not enough to just casually think, oh, it'd be nice to win the lottery someday. We need to be more intentional about it.
Exactly.
Okay.
The guide even suggests writing down our intentions, making them as clear and specific as possible.
So, instead of saying, I want a new job, I would say...
You might say, I intend to find a fulfilling and well-paying job in a creative field by a specific date.
Ah, so we're giving the universe a detailed order.
Yeah.
Not just, browsing the menu.
Exactly.
But doesn't that make it sound like we're trying to force the universe's hand?
What's a good point?
What if it has other plans for us?
Remember what we were saying about detachment?
Right.
Setting a clear intention isn't about dictating terms to the universe.
Okay.
It's more like setting a powerful, energetic direction, a beacon for what we're calling in.
Okay.
And as for the universe having other plans,
yeah,
well, that's where trust comes in.
Press. Okay.
Right. So I'm starting to get the hang of this
Good.
subtle dance between intention and surrender.
Yes.
So we've set our intentions.
Okay.
What's next?
What do you think?
Do we just sit back and wait for the magic to happen?
Not quite.
Okay.
The guide is big on the idea of inspired action.
Inspired action.
It's about paying attention to those intuitive nudges. Okay. Those little whispers that guide us towards our goals.
So we're not just passively waiting for the universe
to
drop our desires into our lap.
Right.
We have to, like, meet it halfway.
Precisely. It's a partnership.
Okay.
A co-creation.
Uh-huh.
The universe might open the doors.
Yeah.
But we have to be willing to walk through them.
Okay.
Sometimes that means taking a leap of faith, even if it feels scary or uncertain.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But how do we know if it's a genuine intuitive nudge?
Right.
Or just our own wishful thinking?
That's a good question.
It's not always easy to tell the difference.
That's where discernment comes in.
Okay.
The guide suggests checking in with your gut feeling.
My gut feeling.
Does the action feel expansive and exciting, or does it feel constricted and fear-based?
So if it feels right in my gut, even if it doesn't logically make sense, we should go for it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Trusting your intuition is like strengthening a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger and clearer it becomes. Okay.
But here's a crucial point.
All right.
The guide says that even when we're taking inspired action, it's important to do so from a place of joy and playfulness.
Okay.
Not from a place of desperation or force.
That sounds way more fun than white-knuckling it.
Yeah.
And trying to control every outcome.
Exactly.
But what about those pesky limiting beliefs?
Oh, yeah, those
that keep popping up, telling us we're not good enough or deserving?
Yeah, we all have them.
How do we deal with those?
The guide has some great strategies for dealing with those inner gremlins.
Inner gremlins, I like that.
It starts with becoming aware of them. Notice when those negative thoughts arise.
Okay.
And simply acknowledge them without judgment.
It's about catching them in the act and not letting them run the show.
Exactly.
Okay.
Once you've identified a limiting belief, you can start to challenge its validity.
Challenge it.
Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do I have to support this belief?
That's a great point.
Right.
We often accept our limiting beliefs as facts without ever questioning them.
Right.
And once you've challenged the belief, you can start to replace it with a more empowering one.
Right.
So, for example, if you have a belief that I'm not good enough, you can replace it with I am capable and deserving of success.
Exactly.
So it's about actively rewriting the negative scripts that are running in our subconscious minds.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay, so we're getting rid of the limiting beliefs, taking inspired action, and trusting the process.
Yes.
But what about when things don't seem to be working?
Okay.
What if we're putting in all this effort, but our desires still feel out of reach?
That's a question a lot of people struggle with. And it's where the concept of patience comes into play.
Patience.
The universe doesn't always operate on our timeline.
Right.
Sometimes there's a gestation period, a time for things to align and unfold in the perfect way.
So it's not about giving up.
No.
But about trusting that there's a bigger plan at work.
Exactly.
Even if we can't see it yet.
You got it.
And this is where cultivating inner peace and alignment becomes crucial.
It is.
The guide points out that when we're stressed and anxious, we create resistance that can block the flow of manifestation.
Exactly.
So it's not just about our thoughts and intentions, but also about our emotional state.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The universe responds to our overall vibration, not just our words.
Okay.
So if we're constantly vibrating at a frequency of fear and lack, that's what we're going to attract.
So how do we shift our vibration to a more positive and receptive state?
A good question.
I'm guessing meditation?
Yes.
Mindfulness, maybe some yoga?
You got it.
Okay.
Guides suggest practices like meditation, mindfulness, and breath work as powerful tools for calming our minds, releasing stress, and aligning with the universe's energy.
That makes sense. It's like creating a clear channel for the universe's abundance to flow through.
Exactly.
But this whole manifesting thing can feel pretty self-centered sometimes. It's all about me, what I want, what I desire.
Right.
Is there a way to make it more about something bigger than ourselves?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it leads us to a really profound concept in the guide.
Okay.
The idea of aligning our intentions with a higher purpose.
Higher purpose.
Okay, it's about asking ourselves, How can my desires not only benefit me, but also contribute to the greater good?
So it's not just about getting that dream job,
Right.
but about using that job to make a positive impact on the world.
Exactly.
Hmm.
The guide suggests that when our intentions are aligned with service and contribution, they become much more powerful
Oh, really?
because they tap into a larger energetic field. It's like our desires get amplified by the collective good.
That's a beautiful way of looking at it.
Yeah.
It's like we're not just asking for ourselves, but for the well-being of all.
Exactly.
And this brings us to another key concept in the guide.
Okay.
The interconnectedness of all things.
Yes.
The idea that we're not just isolated individuals,
Right.
but part of a vast web of life. And our thoughts, actions, and intentions
Yes.
have a ripple effect on the entire universe.
Exactly.
Whoa. That's a lot to wrap my head around.
I know, it's a big concept.
So when we ask the universe for something, we're not just impacting ourselves, but we're impacting everyone and everything connected to us.
Exactly.
Ew.
It's like throwing a pebble into a pond and watching the ripples spread out in all directions.
So it's even more important to make sure our intentions are pure and aligned with the highest good.
Absolutely.
Okay.
The more we can align our desires with the well-being of all, the more powerful and transformative our manifestations become.
This is so much deeper than I ever imagined.
Deep.
I'm starting to see that asking the universe isn't just about getting stuff.
Right.
It's about evolving our consciousness.
Yes.
And becoming more aligned with the universe's wisdom.
And that's where the real magic happens.
Okay, my brain is like buzzing with all these incredible concepts.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
Intention-inspired action aligning with a higher purpose.
It is.
It's like this whole asking the universe thing is a constant dance between our desires and the universe's wisdom.
I like that, a dance.
But is there anything else we can do to really amplify our manifesting power? Like any secret tips the guide reveals?
Well, the guide emphasizes that the journey of manifestation isn't a one-time event, but an ongoing practice.
So it's not like we reach a certain level and then we're done.
No, not at all.
We're always learning and growing.
It's a journey.
Even as master manifestors.
Exactly. And that's part of the beauty of it. It's a journey of self-discovery and expansion.
All right.
The guide encourages us to see challenges and setbacks.
Yeah.
Not as failures, but as opportunities to learn and refine our intentions.
That's a really empowering way to look at it.
It is.
Instead of getting discouraged, we can use those moments to ask ourselves.
Right.
Okay, what can I learn from this? How can I adjust my approach?
Exactly. It's all about feedback and refinement.
Okay.
And speaking of refinement,
Yeah.
the guide dives into some really interesting techniques for amplifying our manifesting power.
Okay, I'm ready.
One of them is the power of scripting.
Scripting?
Have you heard of that?
Like writing a screenplay for our lives.
It's similar.
Okay.
The guide suggests writing out a detailed description of our desired reality, as if it's already happening. We use the present tense, vivid details, and all our senses to really immerse ourselves in the experience.
That's fascinating.
It is.
It's like creating a powerful vision board, but with words.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the act of writing it out engages multiple parts of our brain, which amplifies the energetic signal we're sending out to the universe.
So it's not just about wishful thinking,
Right.
but about taking concrete steps to bring those desires into reality.
Precisely.
Okay.
And another powerful technique the guide mentions is the power of gratitude in advance.
Gratitude in advance?
Yeah. Have you ever tried that?
What does that even mean?
It's about feeling genuine gratitude for the manifestation of our desire,
Okay.
even before it arrives. It's about cultivating that deep sense of knowing that it's already on its way.
Okay.
And we're simply expressing our appreciation in advance.
That's such a powerful shift in perspective.
It is.
Instead of feeling anxious or doubtful, we're radiating a vibration of trust and gratitude.
Exactly.
Makes us even more magnetic to what we desire.
And this brings us to another important point.
Okay.
The guide emphasizes that while we're focusing on our desires, it's crucial to also cultivate a sense of surrender and trust in the universe's timing.
So it's that balance, again.
Yes.
Intention and surrender. Action and allowing.
Precisely. It's about finding that sweet spot where we're actively co-creating with the universe without trying to force or control the outcome.
It's like we're planting the seeds.
I like that.
Nurturing them with our intentions and actions, and then trusting the universe to provide the sunshine and rain for them to grow.
What a beautiful analogy.
And speaking of growth, the guide emphasizes that the journey of manifestation is ultimately about much more than just acquiring material possessions or achieving external goals.
It's not just about the stuff.
So it's not just about getting that dream house or landing that promotion. No. There's a deeper purpose.
Exactly. It's about aligning with our soul's purpose.
Okay.
And becoming the best versions of ourselves. It's about using the power of manifestation to create a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and aligned with our highest values.
So it's about using this power for good, for our own growth, and for the betterment of the world.
Absolutely. The guide reminds us that we are all interconnected. And our intentions and actions have a ripple effect on the entire universe.
It's like we're all part of this grand symphony of creation. And the more harmonious our individual melodies are, the more beautiful the overall music becomes.
What a beautiful way to put it.
And as we conclude our deep dive into this incredible guide, I want to leave you with a final thought-provoking question.
Oh, I like it.
Now that you understand the universe as a co-creator and yourself as a powerful manifester, what legacy do you want to leave on the world? What impact do you want to make?
That's a great question for all of us to ponder.
This has been an incredible deep dive.
It has.
Thank you for taking us on this journey of discovery.
My pleasure.
And for sharing your wisdom.
Remember, the universe is always listening, always responding, and always conspiring to support your dreams.
So dream big, ask boldly, and watch as the magic unfolds.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.
See you next time.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep manifesting a life of your dreams.